going on YouTube? Back with another video. Today we're going to go through a resistance band workout, solely a resistance band workout. Obviously we're still under lockdown and not many of us are going to have weights at home to play around with, so I thought why not show you guys a full body resistance band workout. So what we're going to start with is everyone's favorite, which is chest, and what I've done is basically put the resistance band around my back, just at your upper back, not too close to your neck, obviously not too low either, just because you don't want the band like flinging off when you're doing this. And then what you want to do is obviously make sure you've got a good firm grip on the actual resistance band itself, adding just that little bit of resistance to your actual body weight exercises. So yeah, let's get a few sets in and let's go. Alright, so that's chest out the way. So next what we're going to do is target our shoulders with some rear delt flies using the resistance bands. What I didn't mention earlier, you can use these exercises without having to actually tie a resistance band. I just thought it'd be easier and something a bit different as well, so you're not having to rely on like a pillar or a bar, for instance, to attach one of these resistance bands onto. So yeah, anyway, let's go with the rear delt flies using the resistance bands. What I like to do as well is obviously the closer you are with your grip on the resistance bands, the harder, the more resistance essentially makes the movement a lot harder as well. Obviously with the resistance band itself, I like to have it about mid grip like this, just makes it a little bit harder. So yeah, let's get it in. So sticking with the shoulder theme, we're gonna hit the side of our shoulders next. What you want to do is get a firm grip on the actual band itself, so it doesn't slide away. We're just gonna mimic a side lateral raise. Obviously, make sure you squeeze in, make sure you get that mind and muscle connection. Yeah, let's get it. Alright, so now we're going to target the back with the resistance bands. We're going to mimic a row. So what you want to do is make sure your feet are quite highly placed on the resistance bands to give it that extra resistance with this. So I like it quite high. Just make sure your feet are, and then we're going to mimic a row and then just squeeze. That's right. switch it over. So yeah, what you want to remember with this one as well is make sure you're getting that squeeze, keep your core tight as well. So a few things to remember obviously with this exercise is make sure you're getting that squeeze. Also your posture, make sure your back is straight, and like I said, just make sure your elbows are tucked in and mimic that rowing movement when you're doing it with the resistance band. So yeah, alright, so that's the top half of the body out the way. Now we're going to move on to legs. Personally, it's one of my favorite muscle groups to train. What we're going to do is we're going to superset it, so we're going to do a squat as well as a deadlift. So what you want to do with the resistance bands is get one half of the resistance bands, make sure your feet again are firmly placed on the resistance band itself, and then just bring this across your body like so, like that. Make sure it's firmly on, and then we're going to get into a squatting movement. So let's go. Alright, so after we've done a few repetitions of that, we're going to go into the deadlift. With the deadlift, just place the resistance band on the ground, feet firmly over it. Make sure the feet is firmly over it, and then you're going to want to mimic the deadlift. So let's go. So yeah, just focus on that squeeze. Yeah, it's a great pump. So let's get a few sets in. Alright, so that's squats and deadlifts out the way. So no full body workout would be complete without obviously hitting arms. So we're going to hit arms. We're going to superset it again like we did with the last superset or the last exercises. So what we're going to do is pretty straightforward stuff again. As you're probably used to it by now, we're going to stand on our resistance bands once again. And then what you want to do is really squeeze now. So what I do is I like to have my obviously arms about shoulder width apart, and then just really squeeze and pull the resistance bands apart on the top. as you're bringing it up. Squeeze, pull apart. Pull apart. Once you're doing a few sets of that, we're going to hit triceps with the tricep extension. So last thing we want to do, get the resistance bands on the floor, firm grip, and we're going to do this almost like as we were doing the row a bit earlier, just really focus on that tricep extension. Switch it over to the other feet, or the other hand. So what you want to obviously make sure you're doing as well is make sure you're firmly on the resistor band, especially for the tricep extensions, and make sure you're getting that squeeze, make sure your elbow is tucked in at all times and really focus on that squeeze. So yeah, let's go.